Oh, hello, everybody. It's Del Shores, and welcome to my virtual book signing. So I'm just going to have to reach through the computer and sign your books. But I'm excited. I have been working on this book, and I haven't even been working on it off and on. I put it away for so long, and during the pandemic, thanks to so many of you, I decided to start doing bedtime stories every night on Facebook Live, and it was fun. You know, we'd all get a drink, and I'm celebrating. It's only 4 o'clock here in California, but I'm celebrating. So if you're not an alcoholic, grab and if you are an alcoholic and you haven't, you're not in recovery, grab a drink. And celebrate with us. Toast to the SORDID live saga before the trip. And so anyway, back to the Facebook experience. So every night it was so much fun. We were all just fucking stuck. So everybody would pour in and I'd read and had 19 chapters. At the end of 19 chapters, just like my mama used to say when I would tell lies, they said, well, what else? What's next? And I sat down and I wrote 3209 chapters. And now after 15 years, took me 15 years, but I've got a book. So there we go. Oh, it's upside down. That's how you can tell if someone's literate, if they're reading and it's upside. All right, so I have some very special guests, and we're going to bring them in one by one, but they're all gathered around. We got a little spread here. Oh, that's Lavonda. Woohoo and woohoo. There she is. We got Dr. Eve in the house, Rosemary Alexander. We got Newell Alexander in the house. We got Ann Walker. We have Matt Hayes with us today. We have Blake MacGyver. And welcome, y'all, my good friend, Emerson Collins. Are you going to come in right now?
No.
Oh, I thought
share this on all our other pages.
Oh, I thought he was going to come in. I thought I was going to have some help with the conversational thing. All right. So, how many of you, put it in the chat room, how many of you have bought your book yet? And if you haven't, we have a goal. We have a goal for this broadcast. Right now on Amazon, new releases in the LGBTQ plus section, new releases in the humorous section. I'm number 3. There's this book called Husband Material. And I have a grudge about husband material. That's just the past is the past, but
you should.
I should. Ann Walker said, you should. Well, so many of us do. We have problems with husband material. We have chosen wrong in our lives.
Throw the first one out.
Ann says throw the first one out. So anyway, husband material is number 1 and number 2. I'm number 3 right now, and I'm like number 10 or something like that on the Kindle. So I'm in the top 10 with both the Kindle and the paperback. But y'all, what does the thing is buying the book, and they update hourly. So we can check later on to see if I hit number 1. I just want number 1 once, y'all. I just want the screenshot where I go, I'm number 1. And then I'm going to pretend it's always like that. So because I am a liar. So we are going to have our special guest read some of the experts. Oh, Robert Daniel says, I have mine and love it. Thank you, Robert. And Cal Ingram is ordered from Amazon. Okay, I want to address something because Victor says he has it and he's ordered it and it's not come yet. If you ordered through delshores.com, we have not received our order yet. We had to, because y'all all bought it a lot. There was a lot of orders. I checked today. It said we're getting it from somewhere from the 15th to the 18th of April. The moment we get it, Matt Hayes, who is sitting right over there, we're going to pile them up on the table. We'll sign them all. If you want something, for your Aunt Bertha, and you need an additional one, order it right now. There are few left on the 3209. Matt, they're coming for you.
You know that's for Ann.
It's for Ann. Ann.
I'm running.
Ann is running from the law. Put her in the closet. I was there for years. All right. Okay. And so do we ship to Mexico? Well, for an additional $430, yes, we will be shipping to Mexico. Mark Dudek. Speaking of exes, there's an ex of mine, Mark Dudek. So we're still speaking. So, all right.
Oh,
look who's here.
Oh, guest stars have to make appearances.
This is Sissy Marie.
She said it's a great book.
Okay. Sissy thinks that this book is dedicated to her, and I don't have the heart to tell her that it's not, because this book is dedicated to my Aunt Sissy, my real Aunt Sissy, who gave us so much joy. And so, yeah, this is Sissy and this is Emerson. Hey, Sissy.
But hey, Sissy. It's dedicated to all the sissies. Sissy Marie, Aunt Sissy, Sissy Spacek, every Southern Baptist sissy. Just a collection.
Look what Jim Levesque is saying. It's fun to be number one. He's rubbing my nose in the that I haven't been number one. He said, it's fun to be number one. I managed for a few days. Oh, okay, Jim Levesque. Braggart. Okay, I want to be number one, y'all. By the end of this broadcast, I want to be number one. So is there somebody rich out there that could place 100 orders right now?
I know. Isn't that like how all those like terrible Republicans, they sell all their books. Somebody buys like all of them everywhere, but nobody read them. And then they just throw them away.
No, they just hand them out.
Oh, yeah. Like when you buy a ticket to one of those Q MAGA cult things and there's like a book included with purchase.
Oh, right. That's kind of like when Prince went on tour one year. And there was a big controversy because there was a DVD that he was releasing, and you got a DVD, not a DVD, a CD with the purchase of the ticket. And they got mad. Mm-hmm. They got mad because he went to number one. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just smart marketing.
So, well, we can't afford to do that. So y'all got to buy like 4 or 5 for your friends.
But here's the deal. They didn't, since I get this author's discount and I had so many orders, thank you so much for the 3209 orders for the autographs. They didn't count those for the number for the release, for the number one. No, it was not counted. They said that the author's copies are not counted. That's
rude.
Bullshit. It's just bullshit. Okay, so do y'all want to hear some reading from our special guest? Let's see. Who shall we go for? Who should go first? I think we should start with I think we should go in order of age down. Newell Alexander is in the house, y'all, and we'll get to that later. Newell Alexander is in the house, and let's see, what is a good chapter for him? I believe Wardell. What chapter is that? Do you know what chapter it is? Okay, Wardell. It's the King Cap chapter. It's like number 15 or something. Okay, y'all, my good buddy, Mr. Newell Alexander.
Him. All right. We'll set the scene here. He watched Juanita stumble out of his king cab and weave up to her front door, not touching the sidewalk once till she hit the porch. It was the first time he'd seen her house, and Daddy had left her in his will in the daylight in a real long time. He could sure use a coat of paint. He stayed parked and watched this poor old pitiful town drunk put the key in the keyhole of her front door, push it open, stumble in, then close it behind her. But not before she gave him a little wave, bless her heart. She was a goddamn mess, but Wardell loved her. Had no earthly idea how to help this strange creature other than to continue to serve her beers and drive her home. As he pulled away from Juanita's, Wardell looked in the rearview mirror and just about shit his pants when he saw GW and Peggy Ingram making out in the back of his King cab, like teenagers parked out by the lake. GW had his hand down Peggy's blouse, and this is just not right. Wardell quickly swerved to miss a telephone pole, then steadied the wheel and turned up Peggy's block. As he pulled into her driveway, the two drunk lovebirds were still going at it. GW now had both hands down Peggy's blouse, and Wardell didn't dare to look where Peggy had hers. Shit. Hey, Miss Ingram, you're home, Wardell said, as if he hadn't seen a thing. The two in the back seat broke their lip lock, and GW opened the door and negotiated his wobbly prosthetic legs, getting his balance as they touched down on the asphalt highway. Peggy climbed out after him, adjusted her bra, then turned back and gently put her hand on Wardell's shoulder. I had a delightful time, Wardell. You've got a real nice establishment. Thanks for the ride home, she said. Then she slammed the door behind her before Wardell could even say thank you. Wardell watched for a second, not knowing what to do. He looked over to Bitsy, but she was no help at all, still passed out. So he lowered the window and shouted out, GW, you're drunk, buddy. Maybe I better get you home to Nolita. Go to hell, Wardell, GW shot back. Mind your own goddamn business. Okay, I will, Wardell called. Then he backed up and sped away. He glanced over at Bitsy May again, and it dawned on him that she had no place to go, no place to live since that trailer burning incident.
All right, Newell.
That was good.
Oh, it was good. Can you do as good, Ann
I
Walker?
don't know.
Would you like to give it a shot?
Sure. But this means that I am not older than Rosemary.
Oh, she said she's not older than Rosemary, which is true.
Liar.
Oh, they're fighting over age. That was so good, Newell. I love that chapter. I love that chapter. Hi, Erica. Hi, Ed. Hi, Mark. Hi, Robert. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Rob. Feel like I'm on Romper Room. All right, y'all, please put your hands together and welcome to, I was going to say the stage, but I guess it's just the throne. The throne, y'all, the queen of it all, Miss Ann LaVonda Walker.
Yes! Yay! Yay!
How are you, Lavonda?
Oh my God. Hi. Hello, everybody. Cheers. Very good. Okay. I'm reading chapter 3. It's called Lavonda.
Mm-hmm.
Audacious red. That was the color that Roger at the Beehive had been putting on her hair for 21 years. That color had outlasted 3 husbands and 2 live-ins, and now Clairol had discontinued it. Lavonda was fit to be tied. She had looked the word up once when she was first starting using it. Audacious. It meant daring, bold. She felt it described her completely. As she waited patiently while Roger combed the stockroom for one last box of Audacious Red, Lavonda opened her pocketbook and pulled out the mail she had grabbed on her way out the door. She shuffled through what was mostly junk, quickly tossing out a plea for money from the Audubon Society. How had she gotten on that list? She would never know. And the useless envelope from Publishers Clearinghouse. Oh, she had given up on that bullshit years ago. Then she saw a letter. The envelope was addressed to Favorite Aunt Lavonda, P.O. Box 26, Winters, Texas. There was no zip. Ty could never remember the zip of his once hometown, maybe because he rarely wrote real letters. It was all about email these days. Email had just ruined good old-fashioned letter writing. Ty used to call every week and even offered to buy her a computer so they could exchange emails. But Lavonda just didn't want anything new in her life right now. Not a new man, and definitely not a new color of red on her head or a computer. It had been a long time since she had heard from her nephew, who had a big old place in her heart. She had been worried sick about him since they killed him off on the soap here a while back. He didn't even come to his granddaddy's funeral because, as Luttrell, his mama, Lavonda's prissy sister, put it, he's just too depressed at this time of his life to deal with yet another tragedy. LaVonda felt that for Ty not to come was just wrong. So she wrote him one of her famous letters. Dear Ty, what the hell is your problem? Not coming to your granddaddy's funeral was just plain shitty, and you know it. Love, Aunt LaVonda. P.S. If you need to talk, just call. She really hadn't expected to hear back so soon. She had only mailed the letter last week. But just as she started to read Ty's letter, Roger returned empty-handed. I'm sorry, sweet cheeks, Roger said. No audacious red. LaVonda tossed Ty's letter back into her pocketbook and lit into one of her two best friends. How could you let this happen, Roger? I trusted you. You didn't stock up. I am audacious, bold, daring. I cannot live without audacious red. It is my signature color. LaVonda, oh, calm the fuck down, Missy. I don't run the fucking Clairol company. How the fuck was I supposed to know? Roger snapped. LaVonda loved Roger's trashy mouth. He was the only person in this town, besides her, brave enough to say the F word. Del Shores.
Yeah. They want to hear the rest. They have to buy
I
the book.
know it. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
I want to buy the book today. Can I buy the book today?
Well, I'll have you a
Kindle.
copy.
Well, my Kindle.
But go over there and get Matt, order it right now so we can be number one.
Okay.
Yeah, make a purchase.
Thank you
Make
all.
a purchase right now.
Make a purchase.
That's right. I'm not at your bookstore. You know, I can't travel everywhere, but we got this virtual thing going.
It's like
And-
QVC for books.
Yes, it's like
Call
QVC.
right
So,
now.
so we're going to check in just a second to see if Amazon has lifted me up to number one. I got to compete with Jim Levesque now that he has thrown down that. That's thrown down that. Oh, rubbing that in my face.
Mhm.
I
I-
love that.
It is a good book, though. I'll just have to
Oh, yeah.
say,
Oh, yeah.
Life After Losses, a good book by Jim Levesque. Don't buy it today. Buy it tomorrow.
He's already number one.
He's already been number one. I need your purchases today. Okay, y'all, big hand for Ann Walker. Who shall we have? Do you want some? Let's do a little. Let's have a young person come in. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's mix it up. Well, you and I, Rosemary and I are going to do it together because we couldn't get Leslie Jordan over here, so I'm going to play Brother Boy. So how about Matt Hayes coming to the stage? Yes. All right, Matt.
Hey, y'all. Oh, Del, I was just thinking, at this stage, I could play GW, I think, finally. When I first met you, I was more of a Ty, but now I think I'm more of a...
Agent in.
I was thinking you were more of a Juanita.
That's also
It's just really not going to get to Roger.
true.
Oh, we got to bring her in.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Good to see y'all. I'm reading GW, which is chapter 31. And here's some trivia. I was born in the 31st alphabetical county of Alabama, which is Etowah.
Aha.
The 31st alphabetical.
Yeah, so they rank 1, 2, 3, and then 4 starts Autaga, and then 31 becomes Etowah. It's real confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a very Juanita thing that I just did.
That's
too.
a great Juanita story. You could audition for her.
Very nonsense.
Oh my God. Well, GW. He spent 1 full hour in the men's department of J.C. Penney's in Abilene, trying to decide on just the right shirt to wear on his first proper date with Peggy Ingram. He looked at least 40 shirts and tried 6 of them on. After discussing it with Bethany, the very attentive sales girl, he decided on the beige Guayabera one with brown stitching. Oh my, that's the one, Bethany squealed with enthusiasm. The beige is just perfect with your skin tone and hair color. You're a fall. All people have skin tones and hair colors that go with the season. I'm a winter myself, but you're definitely a fall. I read all about this in Good Housekeeping, and I took a test. You look very, very handsome in that shirt, Mr. Nethercott. Thank you, GW said with a grin. He didn't really believe Bethany, but he had to give her credit for pretending in order to make a sale. As he paid for the shirt, he saw a woman with bleached blonde hair looking at a shirt he had passed over. He wondered if her season changed once she dyed her hair. Bethany rang up the shirt and he paid in cash, $28.93. His old green shirt was stuffed in a store bag because he wanted to wear the new one for his date with Peggy. As he walked out of JCPenney, he looked at himself in the mirror, and by God, he knew it was worth it. He thought that maybe Bethany had been lying after all when she had again complimented him as she passed him his 7 cents and change. GW wanted to look good tonight for his date. Every time he had been with Peggy, it had either been with a bunch of other folks over at Bubba's or all by themselves in Peggy's bed. But yesterday, Peggy got worried that Latrell and Lavonda were suspicious, and maybe that word about their scandalous affair was getting around town. So GW came up with the Abilene date to put Peggy's mind at ease. They would meet at the Bonanza in separate cars. He'd wanted to pick Peggy up in his pickup, but since she was getting more and more nervous by the minute, he had proposed a separate car idea. After supper, the date would not end. No, sir, it would not. He decided to surprise Peggy and would tell her at supper that he had booked a room at the Galaxy Motel back in Winters. Mm-hmm. He felt that it would be romantic to take the love of his life to a nice motel for the night. He had gone to the motel that afternoon and booked the room on the back side, away from the road, where he heard Brother Barnes drove by to check and see if any church members were sinning. But in a way, GW hoped they would be found out. Just rip that damn Band-Aid off, as his feelings had grown fast and furious for Peggy. He had decided that very afternoon that he did not love Nolita no more. The end. That's actually not the end. There's more, but you have to order the book to get it.
Thank you, Matt. One of the things I tried to do with the book is, first of all, if you don't know this, they are in chapters of characters. So they're all told from a different point of view, but the same story is going on, or the story that y'all kind of know. That was the source material for the series, but there's more. There's so much more, because I really wanted to dive into the fabric of these characters. And even though you see GW as an antagonist or sometimes a villain, there's a lot of wounds there, and you understand why he suffers so much, and he finally is getting some joy in his life. Of course, we know how that turns out. Anyway, thank you, Matt. That was wonderful. All right. Let's see. What shall we do now? Should we do? Let's see. Okay. Let's. I know what we're gonna do. One of my favorite characters, and he only has one chapter in the book, is Roger from the Beehive. Oh, yeah. And so Blake MacGyver is with us, and I just thought, who could play Roger? Who was sissy enough to play Roger? And then I thought, well, Blake's kind of butch, but he's a good actor. So y'all, please make welcome to the throne, Mr. Blake MacGyver. Yay. Playing Roger. Read Roger.
Hey y'all, I'm so excited to be here. Even though I'm born and raised in sunny Los Angeles, both my maternal grandparents are from Winters, Texas, born and raised. So I have a very strong connection to this material. So here's a little bit of Roger. Roger walked back into his beauty shop to tidy up before he went home. Sissy, he muttered aloud. That word had haunted Roger for years. Thank heavens for Sissy Hickey. She had almost redefined that word for Roger. When he was a boy, how many times was he called a sissy? Of course, that was nicer than some of the other things he had been called in this damn town. Suddenly, he started to hear those awful words in his head again, chattering like the noise of the monkeys he had seen on a National Geographic show, shouting out from their trees, only now they were calling down to him. Faggot, fudge packer, cornholer, fairy, pansy, homo, and sissy. Stop, stop, Roger muttered aloud. Think of good things, positive things, pretty things. But it was always hard to find positive things to think of at the end of the day while living in Winters, bumfuck Texas, the home of steers and one remaining solitary queer. He finished sweeping up and wiped down the counters of his shop, his pride and joy. And instead of thinking of things, He thought of people he was grateful for instead. Sissy, who had just left, of course. Poor old thing. She was the biggest worrywart Roger had ever known. She worried about everything and everyone. Lately, her worries included Latrell's pill problem, the possibility of Lavonda crashing in a plane on her trip to Los Angeles, Nolita killing herself over this goddamn affair, Peggy's affair itself, and of course that juvenile delinquent Kyle who witnessed her killing the Hinkle's billy goat. Lord, that one carried a lot of crosses, that's for damn sure. Roger settled on Lavonda. Most of all, Roger was grateful for Lavonda. She was the most accepting, beautiful friend he had ever known in his entire life. He felt that his best friend embodied the words unconditional love. What nobody knew was that Lavonda had left Southside Baptist Church over Roger. People thought it was over Brother Boy, but Roger was the straw that broke the Baptist back for Lavonda. She had told him that she had walked out right in the middle of Brother Barnes's sermon, the one where he said God created AIDS to clear the world of sodomites. Oh, there's another word he used to get called. How many times he had heard that word from the pulpit of that fucking church. The day Lavonda walked out of that service, she drove right to Roger's little house on the north side of town with a bottle of vodka and some barbecue she had picked up at the barbecue shack right outside the city limits. They ate until they were stuffed and drank until they were completely shit-faced. She told him how she had walked out of that sermon and that she was never going back unless it was for a funeral. I did it for you and Brother Boy. And can you keep a secret? She had whispered, even though nobody else was within earshot. To the grave, Roger had promised. I did it for Ty. He hasn't told me yet, but I know, she had said. And for the rest, you gotta buy the book. Thanks, everybody.
Yay!
Woo! Oh, I love Roger.
Becoming these characters?
Becoming. You become. You have been. Ann Walker asked if she is. Are we becoming these characters? And Emerson Collins goes, becoming. Yes.
That ship has sailed, docked, and sunk.
So what happened when I was writing the book? I miscounted. I'm gonna admit something here. I miscounted, and there were 31 chapters, and I thought there were 32 chapters, but I labeled one chapter like or skip. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not good at math, y'all. And so I thought I have to write another chapter, and I thought, oh, I want to write about Roger, and so I want to give some shout outs. James Grady is an amazing editor and an amazing writer in his own right. And he edited this book. And so I discussed it with him and he said, yes, everybody would love a chapter, even if it's one solo chapter. And there are a couple. Odell has one chapter. So anyway, that's how the Roger chapter came about. As I thought, I wanted, again, scratching a little deeper into the fabric. I wanted to because we always saw how close Lavonda, I'm looking at Ann Walker across the room. We always saw how close Roger and Lavonda, and I wanted to show that night that she drove from the church to his house with liquor and barbecue. So after she left the church. So anyway, y'all read the book. Please read the book. And let's see. Well, I think we're going to have to get to, we'll end this with Mr. Emerson Collins reading Ty because it's so dirty. It's just the dirtiest part. So we might as well, but I would love to welcome, we're going to do some duet acting. I'm going to try to channel my friend, Mr. Leslie Jordan. And we just for a moment, I just want to say, I love Leslie Jordan so much. He lost his sister this week, Janet. And I loved her as well. And
He's on the Masked Singer.
So we're just going to give a big shout out to Leslie, and we're thinking of your family, and we loved your baby sister. So anyway, Leslie actually did the foreword of the book, and I want to read one little thing before I get to Rosemary. Can I see it just for a second? Leslie's foreword. At the end, I just want to read the end. He said, so y'all sit back, turn these pages, and enjoy these characters as you visit Brother Boy, Peggy, Lavonda, Nolita, Latrell, Juanita, Ty, GW, and all the rest of your favorite sordid characters. And as I was writing this, I realized something. Sordid lives and everything sordid, including this book, would have never happened if it were not for yours truly, Leslie Allen Jordan. You're welcome.
That's Leslie.
It's true.
Yeah, well,
It's true. Leslie Jordan gave me a book at Ronnie Claire Edwards' dinner party. He used to bring books instead of wine or flowers. And he gave me one and Ronnie Claire. And it was Shiloh and other stories. There were these short stories. And because he gave me that, I read it. I just devoured that book. And it was all about these women in the South who some event happened in their life that changed the course of their life. And so I decided to try to write a short story. And I wrote a short story called Nicotine Fit. And it was when Sissy tried to quit smoking. And it's a bonus chapter in the book. And because of that, because Leslie gave me that book, I would have never written the short story. And then I had Ronnie Claire come and read Sissy for the first time. We did a little audio of it. And Ronnie Claire said, well, honey, that's a one-act play. You need to adapt that now back to, and I thought, okay, I'm a playwright. I'll adapt it. And I wrote the one-act play, Nicotine Fit. And then at that point in my life, I was getting a lot of therapy, dealing with coming out. And I had recorded and written down a lot of my therapy sessions. And I started writing those. And those were Ty's monologues. And then I just started weaving the whole story together. And that's how Sordid Lives was born. And so, we all think, you said, well, that sounds like Leslie, but it's true. Nothing sordid would have ever happened if it had not been for our friend, Leslie Jordan. And that's a great segue because his co-star in almost every scene.
Are you cutting me from this?
You're
No,
bringing us up. You're going last. Emerson thinks he's producing this. He's not.
I was the big stars.
So I do need the book though, because I'm going to act with Rosemary Alexander. Dr. Eve is in the house. Y'all welcome my good friend. I love her so much. And guess what? Is it tomorrow? No, it's Friday. Thursday, Friday. Friday is Rosemary's birthday.
Yay!
So y'all-
I did not know that.
Yes,
But she's cool.
and for your information, full disclosure, I'm turning 81. So I am, in fact, older than Ann Walker.
Slight.
Only by a moment. Only a moment.
Hang on one second,
Okay.
Rosemary. You talk to him. I got to find this.
Okay, well, hey, guys, it's so nice to see everybody. I have read quite a bit of this book, and I remember listening every night when Dell was reading it as bedtime stories, and it's really fascinating. I loved it. I loved hearing the stories, and now I'm loving reading them and learning so much about the characters that I thought I knew everything about. But there's more.
And here we go. Chapter 10, Dr. Eve. The following is a transcript of the first therapy session of Earl Brotherboy Ingram, recorded by Dr. Eve Bollinger at the Big Spring State Mental Facility. Dr. Bollinger was the resident psychologist of this facility from April 13th, 1998 until her suicide on July 18th, 1998. Spoiler. Ethel Strong, Dr. Bollinger's secretary, found the session on a mini cassette tape and transcribed it.
Monday, April 13, 1998, Dr. Eve Bollinger. I begin my job today at the Big Springs State Mental Facility and have found 2 patients to use as case studies for my dehomosexualization therapy. Case 1, Jose Victor Rodriguez, a classic homosexual, the easiest of the 2 for a successful conversion therapy. Case 2, Earl Ingram, also known as Brother Boy. I'm seeing this patient first today. My first session. Earl Ingram is a more difficult challenge. He has not worn men's clothes since he was committed to this facility 23 years ago. This will be a challenge to say the least, but if successful, will prove beyond a doubt that my conversion therapy will work. Send the patient in, please, Ethel.
Silence here.
Hello, Earl.
Hello.
Please come in, sit. Welcome. I'm Dr. Eve Bollinger, and I will be your new therapist. I am very excited about working with you.
Well, I'm here to tell you right here and now that I am not excited to be here. And I have a show in the rec room in exactly 30 minutes. And I told Nurse Waring that it was not a convenient time for me, but she didn't give a rat's ass because she's the main bitch. But if I miss my show, you're going to have an insurrection on your hands with the other patients. And I still have to put on my face. Please forgive me for looking this bad, but I like to have a fresh coat of paint on me when I perform. So get to cracking, Missy.
You seem angry and aggressive. Why don't we start by talking about that?
Let's not and say we did.
Oh, come on, Earl. You have to work with me here. Why are you so angry? Okay. Let's start over, shall we? I'm Dr. Eve Bollinger, and this is my first day. And I would really appreciate it if you'd help me out on my first day, since you are my first session. Please, we can talk about anything that's on your mind. Oh, I know. Why don't you be the therapist and ask me the questions?
Okay, I will. Are your titties store-bought or real?
Earl, I am not going to dignify that inappropriate question with an answer.
Well, suit yourself. You said I could ask anything that's on my mind. Well, that was on my mind. So either I can leave now or you can answer the question or we can just sit here and stare at each other like monkeys.
And
We gotta
Oh.
buy the book.
Oh.
We gotta buy the book.
Gotta buy the book.
I was wanting more.
I know. I was ready to watch the rest.
Well, come on.
Oh, y'all, Rosemary Alexander. Forgive me, Leslie Jordan, for impersonating you so badly. I did good. Oh, thank you. I was fishing, Ann. I was fishing.
Just a few compliments from the room. I'm sure there's some in the comments.
Yes.
My job.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. This has been so much fun. We have a little bit more for you before we call it a day. Oh, there's Bitsy May is in the house.
Oh,
she has
yes.
come to say hello.
Nana is here.
Bitsy May, are you enjoying the virtual release party?
Very
She
much.
said no notes.
No notes. She's very happy.
No, we've got time.
Yes, we do. Everybody seems to be producing this, but me.
well, I
These are really
Yes.
large ice cubes.
There's large ice cubes. We've got vodka. We've got mezcal. We've got wine.
Is there a worm in
There's
there?
there's better wine glasses in there. You just fine. I'll just.
he's just hardcore.
All right, y'all. We're hoping to get in the next hour. We're hoping it rises to #1. So if you do not have your book, go to Amazon.com. Just put SORDID Live Saga. It will come up. You can purchase the Kindle for $9.99. $9.99. That's like less than a cocktail in most places,
Yeah.
except Birmingham.
Yeah.
And then you can buy the regular book on Amazon for $19.99. And if you want an autographed book, go to delshores.com, and for $32.09 you can get an autograph and a personalized message from me. So y'all, very important in my life. I work with him on a daily basis. I love him like a little brother. And he actually, here's a little trivia. Emerson Collins once played Ty.
One time.
One time
One
only,
night
and he
only.
was so fantastic. We were doing SORDID Lives, a revival, a reboot. They call them now the reboots. at the Zephyr Theater. I think it was 2009, 2008.
5 and 6.
Oh, it was 5 and 6. Oh, whew, just that's right. I got the series. So this was before we went on the national tour. And my ex-husband, I'm giving a shout out to Jason Dotley. He's the one who encouraged me to write these chapters. So Jason, thank you. See what a good Christian I am. And Emerson Collins, you were wonderful as Ty. So I thought, well, what chapter? It was either Juanita or Ty. And I thought I would like Emerson to end this wonderful celebration. Then thank y'all for all joining us with a chapter on Ty. And this is when right after Ty got cold feet and couldn't get naked in the first rehearsal of the play. Staccato. It was very.
It was what
was it?
Anne?
What was it? It was very what?
It was very sensuous.
With what? Oh, she's gone up.
With a powerful
message.
Come say it on camera. Just come say it on
It's
camera.
important.
Just find your lavanda. It was very sensuous with a powerful. Yeah, you got the line. You got the line. Just come down into camera.
It was very sensuous with a powerful message.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh!
I've gained a little weight.
No, you have not.
Oh, please.
All right.
The Zoom
Here,
camera removes 40 pounds.
yeah.
Oh,
You just for
please.
the crop.
I wish.
Ladies and gentlemen, gay
been
men.
drinking?
I've been drinking a little bit. It's Emerson Collins, y'all.
Oh,
A little bit.
Hello, everyone. It's true. I did get to play Ty one time when I first moved to Los Angeles. And y'all know that lockdown live stream that we did with the original Sorted Lives cast? Only reason I did that so I could read those monologues again. Raised $80,000 for those theaters.
Did you really?
But they were pre-taped. Spoiler alert. You know, we had a lot going
We
on.
love that though.
I
The
know.
actors love
There-
that.
I know. It's
But
real
you were
nice.
Good. Yeah, you
I
were
think
very
so.
good.
All right, now, for all you pearl clutchers, grab them because this gets a little soft core and then a little more core. Ty walked down Melrose and turned onto Gardner towards his BMW. He felt defeated. He had kicked ass with the acting, but one of his biggest fears still loomed over him. When would he be brave? When the fuck would he start being brave? Hey, Ty, wait up. He turned to see Jacob running towards him. Good rehearsal, huh? Jacob said as he caught up to Ty. Yeah, not bad. I was a total chicken shit, but I think I can do it tomorrow, Ty said. You know, get naked. I don't know how you did it so fast, so easy. I just looked at you and pretended we were alone, Jacob said. Oh boy, this guy was good. Ty laughed. Oh, really? Yeah, really. Want me to teach you how? Show you how to get there? Right here on Gardner Avenue, Ty asked. Now it was Jacob's turn to laugh. No, at your place. I could teach you how to focus your mind, on me tomorrow. Do some sense memory, I'd invite you to my place, but I have roommates. Ty's heart started beating faster. This boy was so fucking adorable and so irresistible. I'm afraid there's a problem with me thinking of you while stripping, Ty said, glancing down at the new bulge in his jeans. That's not a problem for me. I'll teach you how to deal with that too. I did Naked Boy Singing for 6 months, and believe me, I had to fight lots of hard-ons. Within 7 minutes, Ty was standing in front of Jacob, still fully clothed, in the bedroom of his apartment on the corner of Fountain and La Cienega in West Hollywood. Just stare into my eyes and pretend nobody else is here but you and me, Jacob explained. That's easy, Ty said as he took off his shirt. Nobody is here but you and me. I know, but tomorrow you're going to use today as a sense memory so you can shut out all the others and be comfortable with the nakedness. Jacob was actually making sense, and as he smiled that smile again, Ty felt safe. Jacob said, "Come on, the pants." Ty removed his pants and continued to stare into Jacob's eyes as he pulled off his To Exist briefs. He didn't even realize until he was completely naked that he was now sporting a full hard-on. Nice, Jacob smiled. Oh, shit, Ty said. I didn't know it was shit. See? I got you so comfortable you forgot all your inhibitions. You're right. Okay, let me teach you how to deal with a rising cock, Jacob said. See, the trick is to be aware of the rise, then stop it as you start to strip. Think of something repulsive to stop your heart on. Beatrice, naked in a sauna, Ty thought. He already knew the drill. So he focused on Beatrice, and sure enough, his cock started to descend. Great, you're a really good student, Jacob said with a chuckle. But the good news is, when you get a semi, you look like you're really hung. Did you have a semi today? Ty asked. Nope, I'm just really hung. And confident, Ty said. There's a fine line between confidence and total insecurity, Jacob replied. Ain't that the truth? Ty was starting to realize that this boy was more than just a pretty face and a perfect body. And scene.
Oh wow!
Oh,
Try the book.
I felt it. I started to get a semi myself.
Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, anybody else get a little hard?
Oh my God.
I was just thinking of Ted.
I love
Gotweiler.
that Blake MacGyver acted surprised that I said that.
Oh.
like, who am I?
Have we met?
So, y'all, this has been so much fun for all of us. I'm going to bring everybody back for a curtain call, and then we're going to say good night to you guys, or goodbye, or so long farewell. I'm Del Shores. Thank you so much for all the support of my new book, for all the Sordid Lives stuff. I was going to say shit, but it's not shit.
Great.
And if you think that was dirty, just read Peggy's first chapter. Peggy. Remembering Mordell's penis.
Y'all, I gasped aloud the first time I read it.
So, y'all, please say goodbye to Mr. Newell Alexander, who read from Mordell's chapter.
I do a big bow right now, but I'm afraid I'd hit my face on the keyboard. But thank you guys for watching. This fucking book is good. Believe me.
All right. And we got Miss Ann Walker. Come over here with her full glass of vodka. Toast to the camera, Ann Walker.
Darlings. Listen.
Now look.
Yeah. Now look. My boys don't get peed on. That's from another thing. But listen, buy the book. Oh, that was impromptu, actually. That happened when we were in Palm Springs.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
When we were on tour.
It is about what you think it's about.
Look, some gay boys were explaining a fetish, and Ann was just like,
we were explaining, skiing and jet skiing
Yeah.
and water sports.
Yeah.
and Ann was
Chris
like,
Pudlow
and Lana goes,
and-
now look.
Now look. Because I had it with this explanation. I said, now look, my boys don't get peed on. And so that has become a
life quote.
Yes, a life quote. Somebody's going to have to get up at my funeral, which could be any day now.
Oh, stop it.
Okay.
Quit.
But anyway, they're going to say that, probably Del Shores. He's going to get up and at the microphone, he's going to say, now look, my boys don't get peed on, and it will bring down the house. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Buy this book. I'm going to buy it. Maybe you'll get a free copy.
I'll
What do
give you a
think?
free copy.
Oh, good. Okay. And it'll be, you're going to write your name in it.
I will.
I'll put it on
Oh,
the eBay.
yes. One time I went on someone said, go on eBay. Ann Walker is selling all her autographed plays from you. She had not realized that she
I
sold
didn't.
all my plays
I didn't.
at a garage sale that I'd signed that she had been in.
Yeah. I had no idea they were all there.
So she had to
Oh,
purchase them for a lot
I
more.
bought them back.
Oh my God.
I had to buy them fucking back.
Did you find them from who you sold them to?
Yeah.
Yes, they were on
yes,
eBay. They were on
yes,
eBay, and
yes.
she had to buy them
How much
back.
did they cost you so much?
A little bit more. But what's
All right.
money? What's money when you're Adele Shore's honey?
It was just supposed to be a curtain call, but you know what? We love you, Ed Walker.
Thank you.
All right, and y'all, Mr. Matt Hayes, come on back, Matt. Who read GW?
Ain't it a bitch, y'all? And just like GW, I have to get ready for a date tonight, but I hope I don't kill mine.
And you have to ship all those books.
And I have to ship all these books
You and
to
I.
y'all.
Matt's
'Cause
the
y'all,
one who helps me
every-
out with everything.
I am getting emails daily from y'all saying, "Where's my book? Where's my book?" As advertised, they'll be shipping out mid-April, so just give us a minute. They're coming.
Now you don't get testy with my people. All right, and y'all, one of my favorite people, Mr. Blake MacGyver, who played Roger.
Hey, everybody, buy this book right now. Get it. Get it. Let's get him to number 1.
Yes.
Yeah. And the birthday girl, y'all, Dr. Eve, Miss Rosemary Alexander.
Hello, my dog Buzz testifies that this is the best book he's ever read. So you better get your copy and you better get it fast, or Dr. Eve will come and de-homosexualize you.
Lord. That sounds fun.
And I do not want that to happen.
Is that a threat or a promise?
And my good friend, Mr. Emerson Collins.
Hey, y'all. It's so nice to see all of y'all. It's been a while since we've been live for anything. The book is fantastic, genuinely. It deepens the stories of the characters that you know and love. It is thrilling to live in the in-between spaces with all of them. So do get your copy. For literally every Sordid fan you know, tell them that it exists. Buy it for Arbor Day, July 4th. Memorial Day, Easter, get it a baby Jesus present. This is a great one.
Jesus on the cross present.
Jesus's day off. Y'all, I mean, I take a day off and I don't need a whole holiday invented about it. Like the man could have just said I need a nap. And if you're watching this back later, because we'll leave it up, obviously still buy it. All of that keeps Del's name and the title in the charts. Thank you for all of your support.
Yes. And one last shout out. These amazing caricatures were drawn by Joe Leon, and I just love them so much. And his niece, I have to show y'all one thing. His niece, Joe Leon's niece, made this Peggy for me. So anyway, y'all, I love you. Thank you so much for everything and for joining us today. We have had a great time and a good time to be together.
Yes.
And we don't have any mask on or anything. It's kind of all right. Y'all stay safe. We love you. Mwah. Bye.
Bye.